Come here, Holly. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It is Ken. Hi, Holly. It is September 26th. It is 8:31 a.m. and it is Saturday morning, and my name is Ken. So this is Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. Good morning, Scott Cooper. My eyes are puffy as I just woke up about 15 minutes ago. And for those that have gotten accustomed to my regularly scheduled Coffee with Ken show, which starts at 8, I apologize. I slept in, but it was blissful sleep. That's got to make you happy, Fritz. But anyway, good morning to all. And for those that have been watching the show, you know. But for anybody tuning in that's brand new, I've been doing this little talk show thing for about 15, 16 months. And it kind of started as a whim. I just had some things to talk about that were on my mind. And here I am 15 months later. Good morning, Sal. Thank you for liking the video, by the way. I'm still doing it. And for those that have been watching, there's only one rule with Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. And it is that I don't get to have my very first sip of coffee on a Saturday morning till I push live on Facebook and start talking. I haven't even checked myself. Hope I don't have anything hanging from my face. But I've done that. I pushed live and I am talking. So as I like to say, without further ado, I'm going to have my first sip of coffee this morning. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're enjoying a nice cup of coffee as well. So cheers to us. Nice. I'm drinking a half Sumatra, half hazelnut mix today. We had a little bit of coffee left in the Sumatra bag, and thought I'd throw it in, and then I added some hazelnut on top. It's a little strong, to be honest with you, and I don't love it that strong, but it is, because, again, I just slept in. I like to start this show at about 8 o'clock. You're having an excellent hair day. Thanks, Fritz. Funny. So I grabbed it. I poured my coffee out of a barely full pot. So it's a little strong today, but I will suffer through it for what I do. Good morning, Sal. Good morning, Fritz. Good morning, Linda. And for those that are clicking like on this video, or I see hearts coming up from time to time, or sharing it, I like to say I'm very insecure, so I love when you like or share this video. So, how are you guys? I'm not even sure what to talk. Usually I wake up early. I've always struggled a little bit with my sleeping. I find out if I go out or have a few drinks or something like that, I don't sleep as well. We had kind of a pretty quiet night yesterday, and I really slept like a rock. It felt awesome. I was having dreams all night, and I find you only really have dreams, I think, when you are in that REM sleep, I believe, that deep sleep that apparently is pretty important for you. So although I am sorry that the show started late, it felt really good getting a good night's sleep. I'm going to have my second sip right now. How was the lantern? Uh-oh, you're giving me content. I appreciate the question, and thank you, Linda. Well, first of all, Scott Cooper asked how the lantern was, and Linda, you're wondering about how congrats me on my marriage. As most of you know, I got married about a week and a half ago, and marital life is awesome. It feels good. Calling Anne-Marie my bride or my wife, or Anne-Marie Tracy, feels awesome. And I've always loved the institution of marriage and believed in it, and was so excited to be wearing my wedding ring for about a week after we got married. But I took it in to the jeweler and was getting it fitted, and it was supposed to be back on Friday, and it's not, and it wasn't. And I'm feeling very insecure now, not wearing my ring. I miss it. So I'm hoping it comes back very soon because, again, I love wearing a ring, and I love being married to Anne-Marie. It feels real good. So thank you. How was the lantern? We went out last night. We were laying around. We had the kids all week. It was a fairly exhausting week, which maybe I'll touch on later. And Anne-Marie took her children to their father's home about, 3 or 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And she came in and said, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to go out or should we go out? I was kind of probably pouty or in a bad mood or tired or something, and told her, well, no, let's just stay home. And laid around for a little while and went up, got a shower, got a second wind, I guess. And we ended up taking Holly, my dog. Hi, Holly. She's chewing on a stick over there. Downtown Naperville. Got tattoos of the ring on the finger. So, Laura, it's funny you say that. Anne-Marie happens to have 2 tattoos. I do not. Personally, I think human skin is beautiful, and I like mine just the way it is. So I don't know about getting a tattoo, but I think Anne-Marie's tattoos are beautiful, but I don't know if I want to tattoo one on my finger. Plus, I like twisting it around. But anyway, we went downtown last night. We walked around downtown Naperville. We walked around with Holly, our dog. Hold on, I'm going to show her you what she's doing right now. I don't know, can you see her? Can you see her? I don't know if you can see her or not, but she is laying out upside down on her back, chewing on a stick, which is pretty funny. Anyway, we took Holly downtown Naperville. We walked her around, which we don't do too often. We used to live real close to Naperville or downtown, and we moved a couple miles away, so we don't go there that often. But she had a great time. We had a great time. She was so excited to be there. The town was packed, and it felt awesome. It was a beautiful, beautiful night for those that went out. And, the town was filled with energy, and it was exciting, and it felt good. And, it was just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night to be out. We walked around. She got a bunch of new great sniffs all over the place. She peed on the Riverwalk. Which was kind of gross, but it was still a fun night. That's a supper. Do the Last Supper on your back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just a little something on my ring. That's funny. But, hey, Holly. Come here, girl. Anyway, we walked around. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous night. We actually ran into a Facebook friend of mine, a guy I've met many times on, he's a musician. And his name's Elijah. I don't know, some of you guys might know him. He plays this really cool, I don't know how to describe it, but just he's sitting there with a guitar, and he's got a speaker for backup music, and he plays this beautiful, beautiful music. And we said hey, and it was cute because since we're Facebook friends, he congratulated us on getting married, and I introduced him to Holly, actually, and he goes, oh, I know Holly. I see her on Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. And that made me feel real good. Tiptoe on the street like a bat. Oh, okay, I don't know. Fritz, you're rapping or something like that. But anyway, we had a great night. It was awesome to be out. The weather was perfect. There was a lot of people. There was musicians playing. There was a lot of people, I think, really taking advantage of the beautiful evening. It's September 26th, like I mentioned. We probably, we've got another month or so of nice weather. But I think people have been at home for so long, and know the clock is ticking on this season and this year. And we're excited to be out. And we were. Well, no, that's what happens when you say we're downtown. I don't know. So we went, after our nice long walk, we went to our favorite little watering hole, sat outside. It's the Lantern. It's a kind of, I don't want to call it a dive bar, but it's a bar. It's not like a place to go to be seen necessarily, or it's not. They just got good food, good prices, good drinks, of course, and a really nice atmosphere. It's on the corner of, I'm sure most of you know, but I'll just say it, Washington and Chicago. And it kind of welcomes people into, it's got a big mural on the side wall. And it kind of welcomes people that are coming from the east into downtown Naperville. And we go there a lot. We know all the employees, and we know a lot of the regulars, and really enjoy it. It's a place, people always ask me where they should go in downtown Naperville, and I feel funny saying it because I'm not totally sure what they're looking for. 1 second. Holly girl, get over here. Holly, get over here. Go girl. She's 2 yards away. Let's say good morning, Ken. Great burgers. Yeah, it's a neighborhood bar. There's a range of people from old to college kids, and you can go in there, dressed up, or you can go in there wearing a t-shirt and, shorts or jeans or whatever, and it just feels like a nice place. And I know they get a lot of North Central people, like, during the football games, and college kids on Friday and Saturday night. But anyway, we sat outside, and Holly sat out with us, and she's never been on a little patio area having dinner, but she did great. Good morning, Pat. She did great. Occasionally, like I said, it was pretty crowded. People would be walking by with their dogs. She'd start barking like crazy, trying to get their attention. We had to scold her because we didn't want to interrupt the serene atmosphere that happens on the corner of Chicago and Washington. But no, we just didn't want her upsetting other diners too much. For those that care, I had the fish and chips. Although I took a walk on the wild side and replaced the chips with onion rings because the Lantern has awesome onion rings. A little more deep fried than you want in one meal, but it was still really, really good. So anyway, it's been kind of a interesting week for us. I think Anne-Marie and I both were a little spent. Most of you probably know we organized not a little event, but an event about opening up Naperville schools on Monday. And it was kind of an exhausting experience. And we feel strong about the cause, but I'm not talking about that. It's just exhausting because when you put yourself out there, and I have new respect for politicians. The mayor of Naperville, I'll just say Steve, posted yesterday kind of his political beliefs. And I respect him for doing it because it takes a lot of guts. And he posted some signs for, Republican Party candidates. And nationally, I think he felt a little more comfortable with the Democratic Party. And I'm not making any judgments at all. But he posted on Facebook. And, when you do that, you open yourself up to all sorts of opinions and, hatred in some cases, coming from both sides. And I consider myself fairly independent. I have voted for both Democratic and Republican presidents. And but sometimes that's the toughest spot to be because you can get attacked from both sides. And when Steve Tirico posted on Facebook his thoughts, I read through the comments, and he was getting, a lot of hatred sent his way, and I was kind of feeling bad for him. My point is to be a public person or to say things, even on social media, or to represent causes that you believe in that not everyone else believes in. You open yourself up to a lot of, I'm going to have some more coffee. A lot of, viciousness or meanness or something like that. And it was getting to me, and I know it got to Anne-Marie. She cried a few days this week as she was getting into some discussions. And, Thursday was kind of a hard day for me. If you wonder why I'm moving back and forth, it's because I'm petting Holly while I'm doing it here. I'm going to show you Holly again. Come here, Holly. Holly, girl. Come here. Come here. Say hi. Can you see her? Yeah, she's not that interested, but she's interesting. but not that interested. Yeah, you open yourself up to a whole lot of feedback, and sometimes that feedback hurts. And, I think it was exhausting for both she and I this week. And, came to a point I was getting angry by watching the news and Facebook on Thursday. I posted something I normally wouldn't have posted. And the middle of the night, I deleted the post because I just didn't want to wake up to this argument on my Facebook page. I'd rather, send good vibes out to the universe. And because honestly, the more good vibes I send out to the universe, the more good stuff that comes back. So I woke up on Friday morning at like 5:30, and the first thing I posted was, I'm going to focus on counting my blessings today. And I did, and my day went a ton better, and I tried my best to stay off Facebook and argue, but it's hard. We get a lot of business from Facebook, and so it's hard to get off it, and it's kind of addictive. And but I'm just trying to not engage in some of the passionate, heated emotions, because there's just too much of it out there. And if you live your life arguing, for me, it weighs heavily. And I don't love that feeling. People who know the least know. Well, that's true. But anyway, somebody asked if I golfed this week. No, we didn't. Again, we had the kids this week, and I've been playing much more this year. I've gotten out maybe 10 times this year versus one last year. And I used to be a fairly regular player, really enjoy the game. Never was great, but I could break 90 fairly often. And now I stink. Now I, if I play well, I break 50. And, I know there's probably not a lot of, some of you aren't golfers, but if I'm, sitting 120 yards from the green and I got a pitching wedge in my hand, I used to think I should put it on the green. And when you slap one off to the right or yank one off to the left in a sand trap, and you end up, you're hoping for par or birdie 1 second, and you end up taking a double bogey or triple bogey or whatever, it can be kind of disappointing. So I did not go out this week. No real reason. The weather's been perfect. Outside of us having the kids, Anne-Marie doesn't play. She's working her way there. But she does like to come along in the cart and enjoy the beautiful scenery you get on a golf course, and enjoy being in nature and enjoy the beautiful day. But I just think with the kids, it probably wasn't on our mind. And again, we were pretty tired and needed some rest. So yeah, it does. Gary, hey, thanks for tuning in, Gary. You usually watch it taped. Wants to get that because being positive. Yeah, it does. And again, even yesterday a little bit, after vowing not to get in any scrapes on Facebook, I still found myself explaining myself a little bit. And again, it's easy to get sucked back in, but I will try and be strong. So, not sure what else I have for you. I usually talk a little bit about work. We had another good week of work. We had a closing. We put on a new listing. I just realized we're doing an open house in a few hours. Condo in Four Lakes. We sell a bunch of homes in Four Lakes. I don't know if you know the neighborhood. It's in Lisle. Really cool neighborhood. And I grew up in Downers Grove, which is just down the street from Lisle. And I lived after my divorce from my first wife. I lived in Four Lakes for 4.5 years and got to know a lot of the people and got to know the neighborhood even better than I did. But yeah, we sell a ton of condos over there, and we're going to sell another one today. So wish us luck. I know one you sold. Yeah, hey, Fritz Wilson. That's how we met. Fritz is a former resident of Four Lakes, and I think he called me probably from Facebook. And now he's, now he's chiming in on Coffee with Ken 3 years later. So, so that feels good. And it's always good to, be excited about things and be excited about work. Because I get a lot of my joy from feeling productive. And good episode, dropping off, gotta go, nice weather, kayak time. Hey, Brian Nichols, thank you for watching. I was thinking about you. Have a wonderful day kayaking. Guy I used to run for York High School, was a year older than me, was a really good runner, and was on an amazing York High School team, just signed off. And I was just thinking of, as I was talking about Four Lakes, because we used to, our high school team used to run over to Lyle, run up the ski hill in Four Lakes a bunch of times, and then run home, and it was a heck of a good workout. How do you feel? How do you feel how Steve is voting? You mean, how do I feel about the candidates he's voting for, Jody? I don't want to opine, because then again, I'm telling you what I'm voting for, and that's just a slippery slope. You know, some of the candidates he's voting for, Gregory Hogan just tuned in. Gregory, if you're there, say hello. But Gregory Hogan is my cousin in Scotland's child. And my mother grew up in Scotland, and most of my relatives live in Scotland, to be honest with you, which I think is really neat. I haven't been there in many, many years, but it still holds a special place in my heart and important memories for me. I remember many times as a child visiting my relatives, my cousins. I got like 20 of them over there in Scotland, and remember it so fondly and think it's such a neat country, a wonderful place to visit. Thank you, Gregory. Yeah, again, he's the son of one of my cousins, Mandy, over there in Scotland. So thank you for watching. I love that I have an international audience. Yeah, back to Steve's voting. Again, I'm probably not going to vote. I'll vote for a couple of the candidates he's got in his front yard, but I probably won't vote for them all. So I think it's okay. You know, again, I'm not here to judge how anyone else votes. You should. I think people should go out there and vote. I don't think it's I think it's and if you're one of those that doesn't want to vote, I think that's cool too. I guess that's making the statement in and of itself. But I'm looking forward to the election. I'm looking forward to voting. But honestly, I just don't feel like, talking politics that much, or getting immersed in all the stuff going on in the world about that. At least not this morning, because we're being happy. So anyway. So I don't know how much else I have for you. I don't even know how long I've been. My show tends to started out as like a 5 minute thing. And then I got talking longer and longer, and people would ask questions. Yeah, Jody, if you really want to talk, I just don't want to opine on Facebook because it's an early vote. Yeah, John, you voted early. Why did you do that, I wonder? Somebody just posted that they drove to Joliet yesterday to early vote. And I guess people are doing that. I'm not sure why. I'm looking forward to the day. I'm looking forward to casting my vote. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the returns on TV. I do hope the whole election process goes smoothly, and I don't know how I feel about mail-in voting, although it seems kind of iffy to me. It does seem, I don't know, seems like you could have some, shenanigans going on if you're not voting in person, but, I guess I don't have super strong feelings about that, but I am looking forward to casting my vote. I do want to see the debate. Fritz just chimed in. He's looking forward to the debate on Tuesday, and I am looking forward to that. Scott, last you said avoid lines on Election Day. I don't know. Last time, in 2016 when I voted, there really weren't lines. There was people there with COVID and masks and all that stuff. I guess I could see it. But in 2016, I didn't see there was any problem at all. Hold on. My phone's telling me I only have 20% charge left. For those that watched last week, it was kind of funny. I tuned in and I had only about 20% power, And halfway through the show, I was about to say something real smart or wise or great, and the phone died. And I panicked, and I didn't know what to do, and I thought of charging my phone and finishing the show and whatever. But I thought it was good as it was, and I let it stand as it was. But now my phone's down to only 20% charge. It seems to be going out of battery a lot quicker lately, and I'm not sure why that is. Could be Apple having, what's it called, planned obsolescence or something like that, where they know you have to replace your phone every few years, because, I don't know. I guess I don't know why. When we voted in March, there were lines here in South Naperville. Were there? I knew who I wanted, and I knew I wanted to cast my vote in person. Awesome, John. No, I want to see the debate. Yeah, no, I respect you guys for doing it. I just never thought about, voting early, I guess. Maybe I will. But I am looking forward to the debates. I was worried for a while they weren't going to happen. It's hard talking on this subject for me because I got to dance around some things I might want to say. But I am looking forward to the debates. Yeah, I guess they're on Tuesday. Maybe it needs a new battery. I'm an iPhone 7, a new battery. Well, that's interesting. Maybe. I'm going to finish my coffee. I have a backup, by the way. I've covered the backup with a plate to try and keep it warm. And now we could talk all morning. Just teasing. We're not going to talk all morning. I've almost been going for half an hour. As many of you know, what we like to do here at the Tracy household, which I love to say because Anne-Marie and I got married. And she's a Tracy, so it's the Tracy household. Anne-Marie's still in bed, for those wondering. She is not allowed to watch live, and it sounds crazy and it sounds vain, but after I'm done, she comes down and we watch a rebroadcast of Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken together, and I always enjoy it, which seems crazy because I'm watching myself talk and drink coffee. I don't know what I enjoy about that, but we do. But anyway, so it's been a good week. Got a great night's sleep last night. I got a big weekend ahead of me, hopefully a week. Again, we're doing an open house today. We're showing Anne-Marie actually is showing a bunch of houses to a guy that is transferring into Naperville tomorrow at a pretty good price point, by the way. And honestly, that kind of excites me because, as I've said on Facebook, a lot of our business, at least our home seller business, is people moving out of state. I don't know if it's because they're retiring, but I think they're probably a little tired with taxes and some of the political stuff going on. And again, the client that sold his home with us on, I think it closed on Wednesday, is moving to Florida. And I think people should live and do and be who they want, where they want. But I've always loved living close to Chicago and living in Illinois with the seasons, and I like the people, I like the Midwest. So having people consistently moving out of state sometimes bumps me out. But how do you vote in Illinois? But so anyway, we got a guy transferring into Naperville tomorrow, so maybe we'll fight back the tides and get more people moving in than moving out again, and get things going the way we want here in Illinois, hopefully. So anyway, I don't know what else I have for you today. I do want to say thank you for tuning in today. You guys watching and liking and sharing and commenting and following along in my little adventure called life means a ton to me, and thank you for it. I appreciate all your love and support you give me on Facebook or in messages or in supportive texts or everything you guys do means a ton to me, and it makes me feel good about what I'm doing and the direction my life is going. And I feel honored that you guys care enough to watch me talk while drinking coffee and sharing my week and sharing my story, and again, being part of just following along. And it means a ton to me, and I appreciate you. So thank you for watching. But I'm going to have one last sip of coffee. And I don't know if you have any coffee left in your cup. I've got my K cup. I had my Kenny Lego cup earlier for those that noticed. And real quickly, I'm watching you guys chat amongst yourselves. And I think that's so cool that I've got a little community going where you guys can share. I'm sure I brought people together through this. And there's probably people that are friends through watching this. And I think that's really cool that we have a little community here on Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. Mark, thank you. I will have a great weekend. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope wherever you are, it's supposed to be a beautiful day, yet it's cloudy right now today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. And you have a good week going forward. And if you get down, I recommend you focus on counting your blessings. Because I know personally sometimes my mind could get focused on my problems in life, and I feel better every day, if I just focus on the good things. Because I know no matter how we feel, there are a lot of good things going on, and I know for me, I do better when I focus on them. Thank you, Pat. You have a wonderful weekend as well. Gregory Hogan, bye-bye. I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching, and hopefully you'll tune in next week. So anyway, apologize again for being late this morning. The show usually gets started at 8 a.m. Central Time on Saturday mornings, but I did sleep in, and I started at 8:30. I apologize. I expect to be back at my regular time next week. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the love and support you give me every week. Thank you for being a part of my life and sharing in my adventure. And hope you're doing well. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead of you. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.